Welcome back, sweeties. Today I'm having El Pollo Loco while I talk about meeting my younger self. All right, today I'm trying their two-piece fire grilled chicken. And this will be the first time I'm having it. And for the two pieces, I have the breast and a wing, which are kind of small. Then I also got the corn and the coleslaw with corn tortillas. I also got a salad and some chips, as well as their Fury salsa. I think it's called the Roja. And they gave me this. I don't know what it is, but it's green. Oh, and because I was passing a McDonald's, I got my iced tea. I've been to El Pollo Loco a few times, but every time I go, I usually get the burrito. I think it's the Chipotle burrito. All right, let's see, what should I start? Start with the salad. They already put the dressing on it, and I don't know what kind of dressing it is, so let's see. Very light dressing, or light amount of dressing. Oh, sorry. Have a good meal, sweeties. I think there's like little chips in here. Yeah, there's crunchy little pieces of chips, which actually make it pretty good. I'm gonna try their corn. Nope. There's like, I don't know what that is. Maybe a bell pepper or tomato. Definitely has good seasoning. And then let's try the slaw. It's very bland. Let me get some pepper. All right. Oh, let's try this salsa. I like pepper because it's like a free seasoning. Has no calorie cost to it. That one's pretty good. I'm tempted to put it in my salad. Actually makes it much better. Let's open this Fury sauce. I'll put it right here. One of the things my girls like to ask me is about what I would do if I meet my younger self. Like if I was able to travel in time or go back to a certain period of time, which was like my favorite, or where I felt like it was a pivotal moment where I could change the direction of where my life would end. The thing is, the reason they ask is actually not just to know. So there's this movie called About Time. And the premise is this family has the ability to go back in time or go back to any point in their timeline and relive that day or that moment. And all they had to do was go into a closet or a dark space, close their eyes or something, and then think about where they want to be, and that's where they'd end up. And so I told my daughters that in the movie, there's a point where he went back to, I think, help his sister with something. And then when he came back forward, he went home and his child was different. And he was perplexed about it. And when he asked his father, who also has the ability, his father says, yeah, of course, because, once you go back in time and you make changes, the whole thing with children, will change. You will have like different children because that exact sperm and the egg combination will be changed, I guess. And that's a concept that I've always thought was really cool, because we always hear about the miracle of life and how fleeting life is and how precious it is. That basically it's a miracle, right? Let's try it with the hot sauce. Ooh, that is spicy. This breast piece is very small. So let's see. It's pretty good though. A little bit. It's a little moist still. So in our discussions, I always tell the girls I would never do anything different. If I went back in time, I would just observe. I wouldn't interact. I wouldn't do anything that would change the our timeline. I think it's the butterfly effect. Is that what it was called? So in their head, they know that their existence depends on me not doing anything. So one time, they knew I was upset with them about something. And for some reason, that topic came up again. They asked me, if I could go back to any time in my life and talk to my younger self, would I say anything or would I do anything? And at one time I said, yes, I would. I said that I would tell my younger self to invest more in like real estate, in stocks, save my money, study harder. And they looked at each other and they looked back at me and they asked, but then does that mean we wouldn't be alive? And I was just quiet for a moment just to see how they would react. And I just looked off and I go, just shrugged my shoulders. Ooh, this one is pretty spicy. But then I eventually told them I was just joking. I wouldn't change anything because I wouldn't want to lose them. Hopefully it didn't traumatize them too much. I like the little char on the skin. I'm gonna save that for last. The coleslaw is bland. It needs more sauce. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's mix it. I'm gonna put another one of these green ones in. And then mix it up. All right, let's try it. It's not bad. Oh no. It's all falling apart. Look at that. One of the things I like to do is at Costco, they have the rotisserie chicken. I like to take it and make it into spring rolls and dip it in like a fish sauce, cilantro dip. Okay, this is not going to hold together, but put a piece of chicken and then my slaw salad with corn. Make like a burrito dip. It's actually pretty good, except it's not staying together. Everything's falling apart. I'm gonna scoop up all this fallen salad. This is actually pretty good. But you know, I was thinking, if it didn't change, like the children I had, like I would still have my daughters just the way they are, would I go back in time and change anything? And if I did go back in time, where would I go? Especially if I had to spend my whole time there. I'm not going back just to visit. If I had to go back and relive the years going forward, knowing what I know now, I think I would go back to when I first started 7th grade, middle school. I don't know why I would pick 7th grade. It just felt like a time when I could have maybe gone a different direction, even though it was very early on, but maybe in a different direction to make sure when I got to high school, I was up and running as opposed to messing up a lot in high school. I mean, I wasn't a good student. I never have been a good student. I think if I lived now and I was going to school, I would probably be diagnosed with ADHD. And I think I mentioned that in a previous video, right? Where Facebook gave me an ADHD test to do online, and they said I was extreme. But then when I went back and took that test, I changed all my answers to what I would think would be normal non-ADHD. It still said I was extreme. So maybe it was just set to be, as a sales funnel more than a true test. This sauce is very spicy. I like it though. I like it a lot. I was thinking, how would I remember everything though? Because it's so far back, right? Once I got back there, I would have to get out a notebook or something, write everything down, and hopefully keep that notebook throughout the years. Ooh, spicy. This breast piece doesn't have the ribs that I like to chew on. I wonder what they do with that part. Ooh, spicy. Ooh. One of the things I always wonder is, because I got married not really late, but I guess sort of late, and had children even later, would I wait that long to meet my wife again so that I could have my children? Or would I have gone a different route? I guess that's the hard part to say, right? This is my favorite part of the wing right here. Most places don't have that. That's a little bit cooling. I should do more of that in between bites. For sure, I would be avoiding some of my exes. Actually, maybe all of them. The sauce is getting too spicy. Let me see what else I have. All right, I found some creamy Dijon mustard from Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna mix it into the hot sauce. And then mix it up. There it is. Oop. All right, let's try it with a flat. The mustard really toned down the heat, so makes it actually more enjoyable. Right, my last piece of skin. So I would rate this a solid 3. Something I would eat on a regular basis if it was closer. It seems healthier because it's not fried. You know what would be good is a poke nacho. I'll have to put that on the schedule. I have to drive pretty far for that one though. And after all this talk, you know, in the end, I'm thinking I probably wouldn't do anything because I'm too scared of losing everything I have currently. And even though I might not have everything I dreamt of having, as Dave Ramsey says, I'm doing better than I deserve. You know, I actually have another one. I got 2 orders. There's actually a special today that if you buy one, you get a second one free. And I thought I'd have to eat it because it didn't seem like that much food, but yeah, I'm actually kind of full now. And I think this video is probably going to be pretty long unless I edit it down a lot. If you could go back in time and meet your younger self, when would you go back? Like what time period of your life? And what would you do differently? And the biggest part is, would you be willing to risk losing everything you currently have for a life that you're not sure of? Let's say you went back and you were like super wealthy because you made all these changes. And because you're so wealthy, you're on a plane going somewhere that you wouldn't have gone. And what if that plane went down? And you with it. That's a whole genie in the wish thing, right? Anyways, let me know in the comments where you would go and what you would do differently. Thanks for spending time with me today. I really appreciate you. Now, go out and make it a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care now. Bye. Really should stop drinking this stuff.